If you look at the last bull market, the first orange dot was here at 20,000. And then it went all the way to 60,000. So that's a 3x. Same in 2017. The orange dots are here, just above 1,000. And the bull market went way above. All the red dots brought the Bitcoin price way above 10,000. That was a 10x. So 10x, 3x would be very interesting to see that happening next year. And that range, 3x from here would be 300,000 and 10x would be 1 million, which coincidentally is the range of the stock to flow. So it's very consistent. Very interesting times ahead. If you take a margin of say 2 times the model value, 500, 2 times is 1 million, and you divide it by 2, it's 250,000. In that area, that's where I expect the average of this 4-year period to end.
Plan B opens with a critical observation. Bitcoin has achieved a new all-time high of $99.08K, just shy of the psychologically significant $100 mark. While the monthly close settled at 96.4K, this is still an impressive milestone, surpassing the previous all-time high of 71K in March earlier this year. Historically, all-time high occur post-halving, marked by the dotted line jump on Bitcoin's price chart. However, the $71 all-time high pre-halving was an anomaly driven by FOMO surrounding ETF developments. Plan B emphasizes that Bitcoin's current all-time high aligns more closely with historical precedents. In prior cycles, all-time high often lead to subsequent higher highs, as seen in previous bull markets. This pattern is critical for understanding Bitcoin's cyclical behavior and suggests that further all-time high could be on the horizon in the next 6 months.
Please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. You can also check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and the overall digital asset space and drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Right now, this dotted line, colored dotted line, shows the highest price ever, an all-time high of $99.8 thousand. That's only $200 short of the 100K. And in fact, if we round the 99.8, we'll get that 100K number. And also the monthly close was a little bit lower at 96.4K, still an all-time high. And last all-time high was in March this year at 71. So that one was a bit special, because normally, if we look historically, if we have a new all-time high here, that's after the halving. And the halving is where this dotted line jumps. Same here. New all-time high after the dotted line, after the halving. Here too. New all-time high after the halving. Here it was before the halving. So that was strange. It was, I guess, the FOMO around the ETFs. But that resulted in more than a half a year of trading range between 60 and 70K. We broke out that trading range and we now have a new all-time high. I think this is the real all-time high that's much more comparable to the historical ones. Now, if we look at the historical all-time highs, what you see is that more all-time highs follow. If there's an all-time high, more follow. Also in the last bull market, when there was an all-time high to 20,000, more all-time highs followed. So I think that will be next for the couple of, I think 6 or what months, more all-time highs to come. Now the color in this price chart is RSI, Relative Strength Indicator. It's a technical analysis indicator. And note that I normally use months until the next halving as a color, or the state of the market, bull, bear, as a color. Right now, the color is RSI, so don't mix those two up. And RSI is an index between 100 and 0, and everything above 50 is an uptrend, everything below 50 is a downtrend. So Bitcoin is usually above 15 in an uptrend. You can see that from the chart. And in bear markets, it's in a downtrend and it's blue. So right now, at the all-time high, the RSI is 75, orange color, 75 orange color here. And so what's interesting is that the RSI shows cycles. It shows greed and fear. It shows overbought, oversold. It shows bull and bear in colors, right? It's red, blue, it goes to red, it goes to blue. It bounces between the extreme numbers. And right now we are coming from a bear market, blue, going towards a bull market of red. And in my opinion, red is next for the next couple of months. Means an RSI of 80 or more. And it will be much like 2021, 2017, and 2013. And you can look at the RSI also as as the steepness of the slope of this price line. So if it's very steep up, it's red, and when it's steep down, it's blue. So I expect the rate of change, so that the monthly return, to increase, and that's exactly what that very high RSI, the red dots, the RSI of 80 plus is. Now, what's also interesting, if you look at the last bull market, the first orange dot was here at 20,000. And then it went all the way to 60,000. So that's a 3x. Same in 2017. The orange dots are here, just above 1,000. And the bull market went way above. All the red dots brought the Bitcoin price way above 10,000. That was a 10x. So 10x, 3x would be very interesting to see that happening next year. And that range, 3x from here would be 300,000 and 10x would be 1 million, which coincidentally is the range of the stock to flow. So it's very consistent. Very interesting times ahead. Next thing is moving average. That's the thick black line. And the moving average is right now 42,000. And that's the average of the last 200 weeks. That's 4 years. Every price, take the average of that, 42,000. And the moving average it acts as a floor for the Bitcoin price in a bear market. So when the color is blue, it usually touches or hugs that or goes a little below that moving average line. And in that way, it's a floor. And you could say or ask the question, will we never go above this or below this 42,000 again? I think probability is high that we never go below 42,000 again. Now, if history is any guide, the Bitcoin price will increase sharply from here. Why? It moves away from the moving average. In every bull market, after the Bitcoin price hugged the moving average, it moved away, it diverged from that black line. And that's what we're seeing right now as well. And the question then becomes, how high can it go? Well, the moving average here in 2020 was about 7,000. And it went to 70,000 here. So that's, well, roughly a 10x. In 2017, the moving average was about 500 when the orange dot was there, 500, and then the all-time high was at, say, 10,000. That's a 20x from the moving average. Moving average today is 42. Imagine a 10x or 20x from that.
The stock-to-flow model remains the cornerstone of Plan B's analysis. By quantifying Bitcoin's scarcity, stock-to-flow predicts long-term price movements based on halvings, where Bitcoin's issuance rate is halved roughly every 4 years. For the 2024-2028 cycle, the stock-to-flow model targets an average price of $500. However, Plan B cautions against focusing on exact numbers, stressing the importance of understanding the model's logic. Scarcity drives value. Historical data supports this thesis. While market inertia and external factors can create lags or deviations, Plan B anticipates Bitcoin's price to align with the stock-to-flow model over time. He acknowledges the model's limitations, emphasizing that it's a simplification of reality, but valuable for identifying broader trends.
Now, next is realized price. Realized price is the gray line, the thick gray line. It's at 64 right now, 64,000. Realized price is a bit similar to the moving average, but it doesn't equally weight the prices like the moving average. The moving average looks at 4 years, all the prices, average and all months are equally weighted. The realized price looks at every month and how much Bitcoin transacted in that month on chain of the 20 million total Bitcoin. So if there is a month with very high volume, the price of that month is, or day or hour, depending how you look, that price of that high volume month is weighted more heavy. And that's why you see a different pattern in the realized price, because in bull markets, it increases faster than the moving average. And in bear markets, it's flatter than the moving average. And that means that in the bull markets, there's more volume. And in the bear markets, there's less volume than normal. And that is very consistent with the general feeling that people have in bull markets. Everything is FOMO and crazy. And in bear markets, nothing happens and it's boring. Bitcoin is boring. And the realized price is mirrors that value very well. Now, as you can see, the realized price started moving up quite drastically, and that's the signature of a bull market. So we just woke up from this couple of years boring flat period and are now increasing sharply, like, for example, here in 2020 or here in 2017. So yeah, I expect more rise of the realized price until it knicks and goes flat again at the top or near the top of the next bull market. But until then, I expect the realized price to increase sharply on large volume, because that's the reason why it increases that sharply. Contrary to the moving average and the realized price, which look backwards in time, stock to flow looks forward in time. So the target for the 2024-2028 average is about $500,000. And well, I must say all models are wrong, of course, but some are useful. Models are simplifications of reality and thus are by definition wrong. And you should not focus on the exact outcomes too much, and more on the logic and reasoning of a model. For example, this stock-to-flow model. And stock-to-flow says if an asset is scarcer, then it's of more value. So scarcity drives the value, all other things equal, of course. And thus the halvings are very important, because the stock-to-flow ratio doubles in the halvings, and the value should increase as well. That's what the model is saying. So the halvings are very important. And the other thing is that you can compare stock to flow of Bitcoin with stock to flow of other assets like gold and real estate. And that's something that you can't do with a lot of other models. But this one is sort of cross asset model. So in the chart, the dotted line, the stock to flow line, shows stock to flow of 500K. It shows those jumps around the halving, the seasonality of Bitcoin, and you would expect that the price, after a jump, after a halving in model value, that the real Bitcoin price follows. And that's exactly what happens after the 2012 halving, 2016 halving, 2020 halving. And right now we had the 2024 halving. I expect the same will happen this time. Obviously, there is a lag between the jump in model value and the market that has to adjust the prices over time. And of course, there's inertia in the market. So when Bitcoin will pump to this level, and of course, again, don't look at the exact number. The number last time was 50,000, and it turned out to be on average 34,000, which is okay, right? It's not spot on. It's not accurate at all, or not precise, I should say, at all. But if you take a margin of, say, 2 times the model value, 500, 2 times is 1 million, and you divide it by 2, it's 250,000. In that area, that's where I expect the average of this 4-year period to end. And mind you, that is a lot higher than most other models in the space, because there's a lot of models that think we'll have a even lower bull market than the last one, and that we will top out anywhere between 200 and 300, so not the average but the top, and then fall back to below 100,000 again in later years. Yeah, well, that's a lot lower than stock to flow.
As Bitcoin embarks on its next great bull market, Plan B's analysis serves as a guiding light for navigating this complex landscape. By combining historical data, technical indicators, and the stock-to-flow model, he paints a compelling picture of Bitcoin's potential. While no model can predict the future with absolute certainty, the patterns outlined here offer a strong foundation for understanding Bitcoin's journey. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a newcomer to the crypto space, these insights underscore one key takeaway: the best may still be yet to come.
Please like and subscribe my channel.